Greetings gamers and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever Megatropolis with me, Sparky Centerfold. I thought today we would have a look at expanding our goods. So we're going to try and get a bread route running. This is for a couple of reasons. One, obviously we want to get more things running backwards and forwards, but this truck route here is starting to annoy me. So if we look down here, you'll see that there's oil, waiting to be shipped down to turned into fuel. But the trucks are really backing up. There's not really many more I can get on here. And if we look at the refinery itself, we'll see that they don't have any crude stored. So they're waiting for some. There's some up there, but it's just not getting here fast enough. So we're going to replace this whole truck thing, and we're going to try something different. So they will all be going, and we are going to extend this fuel line, as was always the plan, over here, and we're going to pick up bread from over here. But first, of course, we've got to get the bread there. So that will be coming from this farm over here. So we're going to utilize this line. We're going to do some things which may seem a little odd, but it will all become clear in the end that this was the way I think that we should go. So let's not hang around. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in a station, and we need a station over here. So this doesn't need to be anything particularly special. I think for the moment we'll use an end station. We are going to, of course, continue the loop going around the outside, so at some point it will carry on. But for now I think we're going to go with a 2-platform, 160 meters second. No, don't need any of that. And we just want to pop it over here. Want to keep it nice and straight if we can. Heading down to this one. There we go. And straight away I've put a passenger in. I don't know why that always catches me out, but it does. Let's try that again. We want a freight station. I do love this game, but I really feel the interface could be better. I'm always picking the wrong things, and I know I'm not the only one who does that. So yeah, they could really work on the interface for the next version, please. The next Transport Fever 2. We could do with a decent interface. Right, we're going to have to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this. We need a bit more space, I think, for this. So we are going to, let's just bring this road out a little bit. Like so. And then we are going to connect a station over here. Train station, and we'll try flexible, but actually straight will be okay. And what we're going to do is this one obviously is going to need to go straight through, and the fuel line is going to need to stop. So we are going to have 4 platforms, and we're going to pop that on the end there. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to put a very slight curve on it, I think, going that way. Or is that the wrong curve? Let's have a look. Nope, not that curve. We want this curve, and just a little bit. So we'll turn that around like so. Boom, bung that in there. Now we are going to need a through track. So we are going to pop that one to there. And this one coming back here to about here. And then now that should have been the in track, shouldn't it? So let's delete that a bit. We always want the fast one going in. Just makes that tiny bit of difference. So that will be like that. And this will connect on here, if that lets me. Yep, that seems to have worked. So then this is going to connect to one of these. This is the right hand one coming in, so that is going to connect to that missing one there. I know, as I said in the intro, some of what I'm doing may seem a little strange, but I assure you it will have a required outcome in the end. Is that connected? Yep, I think that is. So let's pop that on there. I've got a collision somewhere, something's not right, yeah. Okay, we need to push that back a bit further. Let's connect that up. Boom. Got 75 all the way. We'll take that. So this line will go in and out of that platform. Doesn't want to connect there, does it? Let's try that. Thank you. Now here, this is where the fun really begins. So I'm gonna merge these together and make them both freight. As you know, I was trying to keep them separate so that the crude didn't get transferred, but I think there's another way to do that and not worry about it, which is simply that these trains coming down this way won't stop here. They'll only stop on the way back, and when they're on their way back they should only be carrying the fuel. So that will solve that problem, he says. Famous last words. We'll see if that does solve the problem once we get going. So all of this needs to go. And we're going to need to put in some more platforms on this station. So let's push this back. We are going to want a freight station, and we're going to put 6 platforms, I think, for this one. We are going to want a bit of curvature going that way. Let's try 2 and 2. So that's going to be something like this. Let's turn that around. Now we've got to make sure that the line at the top can attach, as well as the through lines that we were working on. So I don't want to bend it too much, because the through lines, obviously we don't want them dropping speed too much. I think we'll try that. Bring it down a little bit, like so. There we go. Now, what we're going to do here is we need our fuel coming in. So our fuel is going to come in here. Actually, it'll be coming back that way, right? And we are going to have a through track coming into here, I think. So like that. But we're going to push that back a little bit. Let's make it as we want to keep the speed up as fast as possible, because it's a straight run down, and then the faster they get down there, the faster they can be bringing the goods back again. So we want that to attach here. Bang. Okay. That should keep it nice and fast. This is going to be a problem. Let's push this right back. We can see how far. Yeah, let's take it right back up a bit. I think we need to keep a really nice curve on this corner so that the speed stays up as fast as possible. How about here, I think. Let's bring that down. How is this going to go? Ultimately, it's going to go into here, like so. Obviously not like that, because it's losing its... This is the problem. We don't want to lose its speed. Let's, what was holding it up here? Okay. Let's get rid of a bit of that. Can I keep this at 75? Looks like I can. How about that? We'll take that. And then we'll bring that up to here. It's actually too far, that bend. But we keep it all at 75, so I think we'll take that. Let's pop this side in. And this is the one that's coming in. Once again, I've connected the wrong one up. Let's push this back a little bit. Fast one going in. 75, good. Slower one coming out. There we go. Right, that's in. Good. So both our fuel and our bread don't need to stop here on the way down. So they're going to come along this line here, go straight through. And then what I'm trying to do is to keep this on 2 lines. So there's a simple solution to what I am actually trying to achieve, which is if I'd used 4 lines, 2 for the bread and 2 for the fuel, you wouldn't need all this sharing of lines, and you wouldn't need to do what I'm going to have to do next, which is a flying junction when I get to this station. So the next thing is, now we've come out of here and we can come out on 2 lines. That's an in and out. What this one is our fast throughput, as it were, and then this one is the coming back, right? So what we're going to do is push this back a bit more. So this is our throughput. Still a bit slow. Let's push that back a bit more again. Let's come back to here. How's that? Yes, 75 all the way. So that's coming down there. And then both the bread and the fuel are coming back up here. And then what I want to do here is utilize two platforms. So the bread will go into one and the fuel will go into another, so that things don't get held up if we're unloading at the station. So there we go. So that will allow 2 in, and then 2 will come out. And we will connect back here, like so. And then on their way they go. Back up to here. Now, hang on. So this is a flying junction, not a flying junction, a butterfly junction is what we need here. That will go into there, but it won't let me for some reason. Let's come out there a little bit. No, why won't it let me do that? It will let me do it like that, which is not quite as nice as how I had it trying to go in, but that will do. Let's see. Yeah, that's not very good. Let's not do that like that. So what's the problem here? Could be the ground. Let's try and sort this out a bit. Nope, still duplicate segment. I think we're just going to have to push it like this. As far as that's about as far as we can. Up there. Okay. So now one's for fuel, one's for the bread going straight through onto its onward journey. So then they've come down here, up here, to this station, which what we're going to do here is the same kind of thing. We're going to get rid of one of these and put it all together. So we're going to need another 6 platforms here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Push this back. That's going to be a bit of a tight corner, I think, coming in there. But we'll see what we can do. So we want a 6. Same as what we had before, really. That's going to go on there. That doesn't look too bad. I think that's about what we want, really. Can I move it across a little bit? Gets a bit stuck around there because of the... I think that will do. Two. Let's put 2 street connections. Probably be useful. There. Boom. Right. Now we are going to push this back a bit more. So the train's coming down here, and I want it to go through, straight through, carry on. We're not going to stop on the way down, so that will go there, and then coming back we will come in here. That should connect to there. So far so good. Let's put this back in, because that's the easy bit. And we will just use the end platform, I think, for this. Coming in is the right hand one. I actually remember to do it this time. That one's coming in there. 75 all the way. Sounds good to me. And you are the coming out. Boom. So that's that line back in. Now, before we connect up anything else here, we're going to figure out this mess. So what we're going to do is get rid of this station. We don't need that. And we are going to put a through station here. We only need one two platforms really, but I'm going to put 4. That's mainly so that when we do start using the goods here, we've got a couple of extra platforms to play with. Let's reduce the curvature a bit. So we kind of want to come in something like this, I imagine. How about that? Boom. There we go. Let's push this back a bit more. And then I can connect that straight up. So we want one line is coming back up to us, and one line is going down, and they're both through lines for the moment. And then we want a end terminal here. Again, only needs one platform really, but we'll put 2. And that's going to go here somewhere. Now, do I want to destroy that? That's getting in the way a bit, isn't it? Let's just get rid of that. Bang. That should confuse things a bit. And let's pop this back on. So we want something like that, but ideally facing the platforms up here. How's that? That looks good to me. Boom, that's in. And then coming in on the right, and going out on the left. Stretch that out as far as I can. Good. And then let's pour that back onto there. Boom. Okay, so that's in. So the train's coming up, and that goes into there. It's the next bit. So it's going to stop here. So we want to pop it in here. That will stop, offload the fuel. But the other side is a through. So that's going up to here. Just let the autosave go, thank you. Where is it? Where's the connection? What's going on here? That's something really weird happening. That's gone all the way up to there. Okay, that's fine. Boom, pop that in. Could just be a bit straighter, couldn't it really? Let's straighten that up. Actually, let's not straighten that up, and you'll see why in a moment. Because what we're going to try and do now is put a line underneath coming off here. So I want to pull it out, send it down, and the idea being we're going to come underneath here like this. Well, I wasn't expecting it to turn into a bridge quite so quickly there. Let's come back a little bit there. We want to keep this at 75 if we can. I'm just thinking of that. There we go, that's what I wanted. And actually there's still some down, but we won't want to use the down. So we're going in there, underneath here, and out this side, 75. That's collision, so we have to keep flat. And then here we want to be coming up. There we go. That worked remarkably well. Can I move it back at all? No, that's really around there. Okay, that's fine. And then that will become flat, is the idea. Boom. Alright, that's in. So, may seem a bit odd, we need a junction here, but we do. It was either that or we could have 4 lines here, right? And then it'll be 2 for the fuel, 2 for the bread, up and down, no problem. But if I'm trying to just utilize 2 main track lines, then we've got to keep the line going this way on the left and the line coming this way on the right. So that's what we're attempting to do here. So that will come underneath and we're going to head off towards the bread stuff. So now we want this one coming out here, and this is going to be the bread coming back. Boom, so they can connect together there. Like so. Now, the next thing we've got to do is get across this river, which will incorporate some fun as well. So let's start from the other end now, and I think we're going to try and figure out where the station's going to go, and I think it's going to go around here somewhere. Actually, on second thoughts, I'm not going to do that, because the bit that's going to cause me the next problem is this bridge. So let's do that. We have our 2 lines coming out. Let's how far do we want to come before we start worrying about trying to go over the river? I think up to here should be perfectly safe. Now what happens if we do this? We get a very long bridge, which is too long. So I think we're going to have to come a bit more forward there. The good news is it's high enough without having to arch at all, but I don't want that much bridge. Okay, let's not do that. Let's move that on a little bit more. How about to around here? And what do we get now? Okay, now you can see there is a need for a bit of arching. 2, 3, 4. Oh dear, that needs 4. I imagine that doesn't look so nice. Actually, it's barely noticeable. That isn't too bad at all. So the pillar situation. 1, 2. Don't know what's going on with those pillars. It would be nice if this wasn't right in the way. Let's do that again. I wonder if I should just raise up the terrain a bit here. Whenever I start doing that, things start to go horribly wrong. If I just pop on the contours, there's the second contour coming through now. So if I did the same on this side, there's the second contour. That side must be higher, I guess. There we go, only needs 1. That will do nicely, except that we want it to not look quite like that. So I'm going to try and do it like this. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, because it's cut into the hill. So let's take that back a bit. If I do this, does it still cut into the hill? No, not there. There we go. That's what we're after. Is there anything I can do about the pillar situation? 1, 2, and then 1 in the middle. I mean, it's just silly, right? You think we'd be able to get an equal number of pillars? No, it doesn't want to give us an equal number of pillars. How's that? I think that's going to have to do for the minute. We'll take that. I don't want to be messing around with it on camera for too long. And then let's pull this side across. Boom. And we're trying to get up to here. And where are we? There. Okay, this is going to cause us our next problem. We're going to attempt to use a flying junction for this. And yeah, yes, I laugh. I've had a go at it before, and it can work quite well, but it's not so straightforward. But let's see what we can do. Right, we've got this here like so. And if you'd like to see how the flying junction mod works and the rest of connecting up to the bread, please do come back for part 2, but we're going to have to leave it here for now. I've been Sparky Centerfold. I hope you've been great. Thanks for watching.